What's going on, KFL fans? Keith Lambert here with the Week 7 post-game, Week 8 pre-game interviews. I'm with Sam Jones. He is the mastermind behind the Indianapolis Knights, coming off a big road win this past weekend in Oklahoma. Sam, they changed lakes on y'all last minute. Tell me a little bit about the what they did for strategy and what it did for the fishing for you guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had no prior experience in Oklahoma, really. I mean, I've fished out there a couple times, but neither of these lakes we didn't have any prior information on, so that wasn't a huge hit. There was some frustration there. Obviously, we had spent a lot of time since the schedule released on studying up on Spabanaw, which was the original location, and finding out everything we could, and having some team calls and strategy, map study, all that. So, when you have a lake change late or just before a game, you lose that time that you could have put in on that. Luckily, we were able to still get in some study. Luckily, the lake was only about 30 minutes from where we had reserved some campsites and things like that. So it wasn't a huge impact as far as travel goes and those sorts of things. We were excited about the opportunity to fish Spabanaw. We felt like it fit well to our strengths. But luckily, we developed a team around being able to be diverse, and we felt we still had a great opportunity to go to Chimney Rock and do well. The major change was supposedly, or I guess there were some changes to the rules on the lake this year, which made us have to stay within 50 feet of the bank, which is crazy. You couldn't travel across the lake. And I guess signal wasn't great there. Signal wasn't great on Chimney Rock either. Unfortunately, none of our team was able to go live. We tried several times, but anyway, yeah. So it was a little bit rough, but we were able to kind of work past it, and ultimately it worked out pretty good.
Right. Well, you guys obviously have to travel from all over Indy to Oklahoma. You know the travel is going to put a strain on you mentally. You're trying to prepare for the match. The lake change, having that late change, and having done some research on the other places, even though you didn't know that much about either one of them, just is a credit to you guys' team to be able to put something together, stay focused on the task at hand. Speaking of staying focused, last season for you guys was rough. This year you kind of built some better continuity. You spent more time on the water together. I think y'all have won 3 out of the last 4. You're sitting at 4-2 overall. Big interdivision match this weekend with Tennessee at home. Again, seeding implications on this match. Tell us a little bit about this match coming up with Tennessee and what you expect.
Yeah, it's going to be a dogfight, as they all are. Tennessee is bringing a phenomenal lineup. They've actually got one of the hometown heroes here in Indiana, Aiden Darlington, who is a multi-time Angler of the Year, who is a champion here in the state of Indiana. Good friends with Jackson Orr, who was on their teams, and I'm pretty sure him and Ewing have spent some time together. So, that guy alone is a guy that when you show up to the ramp, the name. And he's going to be tough, and he's going to fish well there. That's a fishery that suits his style very, very well. They're bringing Ewing, to my understanding. They're also bringing Eric Siddiqui, and I think Mike. So, you're not going to see a tougher lineup than that.
Right.
And
well, it's a must win for them, Sam. They're at 3-3, and we talk. They could close out the season and go 5-3. They really don't want to drop one because it's going to be hard in the North to go 4-4 right now and make the playoffs with all the changing that's going on. But continue to speak about their lineup. Great lineup. It sounds like they got coming, but they're coming out, and they're going to come out guns a-blazing. It is a must win for them.
It is, and realistically, all of these games are must wins in this league. This league is so tight competitively. These records are so tight. Anyone has the position or potential to still come out on top. Well, most teams have the opportunity to still come out on top, get home field advantage. And a team in the playoffs right now could be well outside of the playoffs after week 9. So they all are must wins. But like you said, they're coming in guns blazing, and so are we. We're going to put together a strategy, a plan. We're not taking anything for granted. This is a home matchup. You've been on Manitou. You know what it's about. It's going to be close no matter who comes, who competes, just because of the way the fishery sets up. It's going to put on a good show. That's why we're there. But we're going to do everything we can. And honestly, it doesn't matter who we're competing against, whether it's the Shiners, it's the Hammers, whoever. It ultimately comes down to, can your team do better than they did before? Can your team find a way to have a better strategy, to communicate better, to catch bigger fish, to fish clean? I mean, that's the thing for us when I look at our stuff. We just haven't fished clean a lot. And so we've got to do that. I mean, even Saturday, we had a big win, but there was some missed opportunities on my end, and the other guys as well. So, that's our thing. It's not so much who's coming and strategizing against how we're going to fish against a particular lineup. It's just, how are we going as the Indianapolis Knights to do better than we did before?
Yeah, because like you said, if you don't go out there, no matter who you're facing or who you send out there, if you guys don't fish clean, if you don't fish smart, if you don't strategize and take what you've seen so far this year and continue to expound upon it, it doesn't matter who you're facing. Right. A lot of teams we've run into that this year. We've had situations where we found a lot of fish, and then we get out there match day and don't fish clean, or fish clean in practice, and then get out there and didn't use what we had in practice to find the fish again. So very, very important. Look, again, you guys, excuse me. You guys have battled all season long, 4-2. I know you guys are like 1A, 1B right now with Motor City. Tennessee's right behind y'all at 3-3. I think they, like you and I spoke earlier, they've got one better record in divisional with less divisional games. So it could have an impact. However, still plenty for you guys to fight for. You're right there, and you're already in the playoff hunt. You just got to keep winning. What would it mean for you and the rest of those guys with the Indianapolis Knights and your fans and your sponsors to be one of the teams right there at the end at Lake Chickamauga at the end of the season?
Man, I mean, there's nothing we want more. Obviously, that's the ultimate goal for everyone. But after the season we had last year and the things that happened and didn't happen, to come in this year and put our heads down and get there would be amazing. But even more so, going into this season, Greg said himself, he called us to be the worst team in the league. He said we were the worst team in the league. They called us the underdogs. And we wear that with pride. Like, we're happy they gave us that title, because now we have an opportunity every time we go out every week to hit back on that. Like, here we are in the playoffs. Here we are tied essentially almost for divisional record. We have one of the best records in the league. We feel like we have what it takes to face off against any team in this league, and we feel like we can make it to Chick. And if we do, we have a great opportunity to win there. And so, yeah, it's exciting. And I don't know what else to say other than we're going to find a way to do it.
Well, Sam, with the highs of the highs, with you guys winning, putting together a winning record, the lows, that last minute loss to Motor City,
Mm-hmm.
it's been an exciting season. It's been a pleasure to watch you guys. Look, you guys, again, 4-2, but you can't do anything about the last match until you win the next match. So right. I want to wish you guys all the best of luck this week against Tennessee.
Thank you.
All the safety out there in the water. And we look forward to continue to have these interviews with you guys as often as possible.
Heck yeah, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Appreciate you taking the time to come on with us, and we'll talk to you guys again real soon.
All right. Thanks, Keith.
Thanks, Sam.